Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new HBO Max film, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Fueled by his restored faith in humanity, inspired by Superman's selfless act, Bruce Wayne enlists newfound ally Diana Prince to face an even greater threat. Together, Batman and Wonder Woman work quickly to recruit a team to stand against this newly awakened enemy. Despite the formation of an unprecedented league of heroes, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and The Flash, it may be too late to save the planet from an assault of catastrophic proportions. Zack Snyder's Justice League has to have one of the most interesting roads to release in film history. We all remember the 2017 Justice League that came out, and there's a long story behind that where Zack Snyder was the original director of it, but after it was finished and went into post-production, he had to leave due to the death of his daughter, and Avengers director Joss Whedon came in and reshot like 80% of the film and shortened the runtime to 2 hours and pretty much just completely changed the movie entirely. That's the version that we got, and it wasn't very good. I enjoyed it because it felt like a very bad early Saturday morning cartoon. There was no depth. The villain was just a cartoon bad guy. It was not very good. It's fun, cheesy camp. There's really oddly placed humor of it. It doesn't fit in with the rest of the DCEU. It's just a weird point in film history. But people have been clamoring for the Snyder Cut. They've been clamoring for Zack Snyder's vision to be finally realized. And here we are. We have a 4-hour epic on HBO Max, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So let's get into it. The biggest question on everybody's mind is this better than the 2017 Justice League? I'm here to say, yes, it's leaps and bounds better than the 2017 Justice League. This movie has more depth. It's more epic. It feels like a culmination of things. All that annoying humor is just gone. The weird CGI upper lip that Henry Cavill had most of the movie because Joss Whedon did reshoots, that's gone. A bunch of the weird color grading, especially during that final scene when it was way too red in the 2017 version, that's gone. And some weird musical choices that Joss Whedon put in there, like putting in the White Stripes and Gary Clark Jr. and just some oddly placed, like, fun music in this more dour film, it's gone. So I really enjoyed Zack Snyder's Justice League, and the biggest improvement this makes is the fact that Cyborg actually feels like a realized character in this. In the 2017 version, he felt like kind of an afterthought. He was more of a plot device and a plot convenience. In here, he has depth. You realize how he got to this point. You realize what his relationship is like with the mother box and his parents, and he actually has something to do in the film. And speaking of people who have things to do in the film, The Flash is in here, and a lot of his weird, awkward humor is gone, and he actually has something to do in the final act. He's not just following a pickup truck and pushing out of some weird Russian town and then going, Dostoevsky! The Flash actually feels like he could have a future in the DCU after this movie. The character of Batman has a little bit more to do, and he's got some badass scenes. Henry Cavill's Superman is toned down from the big, bright, I'm here to save the day version that he had in the 2017 version. This is probably the best visual representation of Superman we've ever seen on the big screen. There's no awkward scenes with Wonder Woman. There's no Flash falling on Wonder Woman's chest. There's no her just like pining over Chris Pine, pun intended, the entire time. Aquaman has some more badass moments, and some of his weird cringy humor is gone. And everybody in this movie just feels like a bigger and better character. And without giving away any spoilers, there is a big bad in this movie, an additional hero that are introduced for the first time on the big screen. And seeing both of them in here was very cool. I can't imagine a world why Joss Whedon got rid of those. I don't know what was on his mind there. And the biggest revelation I had about this movie is the fact that Joss Whedon cut most of this out of his movie in favor of what we got in 2017. Who at Warner Brothers okayed that decision, and why would Joss Whedon think that's a better film? And yes, I know this 4-hour cut is not what we would have gotten in theaters if Zack Snyder had realized this project back in 2017. It probably would have been like 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So this 4-hour epic is very indulgent and just gave us basically everything but the kitchen sink on this. But they cut out so many things, and they cut out so many important plot elements and just detail in this movie that made the story make more sense. I have no idea what their thought process was behind getting rid of it, because it made a far worse film in the end. But after watching this, I won't get into a lot of the spoilers and what I thought about specific points, because I want you to be able to watch the movie, and it just came out yesterday. But I'm just incredibly surprised this even got made. They sunk about $75 million additional dollars into a movie that already lost money initially. The original Justice League, it's not even the highest grossing movie in the DCEU. It's not even in the top like 2 or 3. So the fact that they had enough fan support to push this into production, I'm applauding HBO Max and I'm applauding Warner Brothers on that, and especially Zack Snyder for coming back to this project and realizing it to the end. This makes me a little bit disappointed we won't get more Zack Snyder versus DCEU content, because this was a really good film. It's one of my favorite superhero movies that's come out in the past couple years. I already liked the original Justice League just for far different reasons. This movie is more epic. This movie is better realized. There's actual characters in it. And sure, some people might think this is slow and think the 4-hour runtime is way too long. I am not one of those people. I just rewatched the extended cut of Lord of the Rings Return of the King the last week. That's longer than this. So give me more content. I'll take it any day. And my final rating for Zack Snyder's Justice League is a solid 8.5 out of 10. Sure, there are some plot elements and some dialogue that still are here that I'm not too keen on, but overall the experience is very positive. This is one of my favorite movies that DC has ever put out, and I would highly recommend you get a month's subscription to HBO Max and check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?